welcome to Friday Night with Jonathan Ross, and let's start the programme by congratulating new mother, Jordan. She's had the baby, and Jordan, if you're watching, there for feeding it. Of course, we mustn't forget the father, although she probably has. But apparently it was a 6-hour labour, which is pretty tough, because that's the longest she's ever been on her back without a flashbulb going off. She does pictures. You won't have seen them. She does pictures. Will you please welcome my little bundles of joy? My house band, 4 puffs and a piano. Or as I'll be calling them this week, the Doescocks.
Sex bomb, you're a sex bomb. You can give it to me when I need to come along. Sex bomb, you're a sex bomb. And baby, you can turn me on.
I hope you mean it. So England are up against the Swedes, and tonight I'm up against an equally unpopular vegetable, Mr. Andy Davis, ladies and gentlemen. You know it's just a joke.
Yes, I know.
You know it's just friendly banter.
I know it's friendly banter. It's a
like
jest.
when builders work together or plumbers, that's how they greet each other in the morning.
Exactly.
Although they often use slightly stronger language.
Yes.
Before we launch into yet more comedy gold, though, Andy, will you please tell us what top-notch guests have been blackmailed into joining us on the show this week?
Well, I'm going to do the football analogy because obviously very excited about the World Cup started today. First up, I think you'd be the goalkeeper. He's safe with the ball.
I think we know where you're going with this.
Mr. Dale Winton.
Dale Winton is on the show tonight. I make no secret of my admiration for Dale.
Yes.
I like him very much as a person. I love seeing him on TV. And you know what I love about Dale? He is showbiz through and through, isn't he?
Indeed, yeah.
I once saw him, he accidentally nicked his fingers, a little paper cut. You know what came out?
What?
Not blood.
What?
Glitter. That's a great start to the show.
It's a great start.
And I'm, you know, so excited he's on the programme.
Second up, you need a defender. You need a big bloke, a sturdy bloke. No one will go round him. And I think there's no one better than comedian Mr. Phil Jupitus. There you are.
There he is. Phil Jupitus on the show. One of the funniest comedians working today.
Yep.
And the great advantage about Phil is if you turn him upside down, he looks virtually the same.
So midfield now, you need the midfield dynamo.
OK.
You know, the trusted one. The one that, you know, that can control everything. He's been there, but he doesn't mind going back again.
The one you know is like the pumping heart and soul of the team.
Exactly.
OK.
Controlling it, sending balls left, right and centre, but obviously keeping an eye on it all the time.
Before we even tell them who our guest is, I'm going to give you a little clue. You ready for this? This is exciting. Still don't know?
I think we got it.
Let's not bring him out. I'm just going to do this all night. This is the most fun I've had since my wedding night. And there are more buttons.
It's Tom Jones.
Mr. Tom Jones is on the show, ladies and gentlemen. There he is. Look at him. Wow. How about that? And you look at Tom. Tom's a real man.
He is a real man, yeah.
You know, Tom is he's a man's man. He's a solid man. I can almost smell the testosterone coming off him from here. Look at him. He's hewn from the very best Welsh oak. Many a summer he stood outside and seasoned and grown and matured. Under his strong boughs, whole generations of showbiz have grown. Maybe a bit too much on the Cooper and all, but there you go.
Other one.
So that's the show, and that's our guest. But as if that weren't enough, this is one of my favourite bands, and they're one of the best live bands going. Who are they?
Well, they're our strikers, and they are the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
OK, maybe not the best-looking guys in the world, but they're here for us.
That's a great lineup.
That cab's got to go. What's he doing there? He must be the minicab driver. He's taking them home. No, don't anger them. No. They're our guests in the country. We must make them feel welcome.
Yes.
So that's the show for you, ladies and gentlemen. And, of course, it's Jubilee week. I've got everything I need for me and my family to fully enjoy the occasion. 5 tickets to Florida.
You're away.
See ya.
Yeah.
Didn't want to be ya. But doesn't the Queen's Jubilee bash on Monday look incredible?
It does.
It really does. You've got Sir Elton John. He's rolled out the red carpet, and he only wears that on special occasions. I'm not going, and not just because Brian May and Cliff Richard are also performing, although, frankly, that's reason enough.
Yeah.
There's a list of, frankly, unacceptable conditions imposed on the audience. That's why I'm not going. And the list reads as follows. Notably, on the list, number 7, no digging, stake driving or removal of turf. That's monstrous. No turf burgling. The Ross family lawn is a patchwork of nefariously burgled turf. It's one of our few pleasures as a family. The whole front area, David Gower's place, we got that from. He's got a lovely lawn.
Distract him, darling, quick.
Number 2 on the list of things you can't do there, no swearing. How's that possible? Ben Elton's hosting it. He can't do 5 minutes without profanities being screamed at him from the audience. Number 12, no drugs. Well, that goes without saying, being the royal family and all. That's quite right. I should also congratulate Mayor of London, Ken Livingstone, who's expecting a baby. Did you hear this? Ken Livingstone's having a baby.
56, isn't he?
Yeah, at least that tube's working. Of course, I think we were all shocked by the big transport news this week, and I am, of course, talking about the fact that I, Jonathan Ross, have been on the tube.
No.
Yeah, and it wasn't for charity, or even one of those BBC documentaries where celebs are sent off into hostile environments, like, you saw the one where Lenny Henry went to the rainforest?
Yes.
And they're doing another one where Angus Deaton goes home? No. This was just happened to be...
Just normal trouble.
Well, I'll tell you what happened, because I haven't been on public transport. I think it was 1991 I went on one. Right. I went on the bus and I was so excited I had to phone my wife. And I got the mobile out, and of course they were bigger in those days. Darling, I went, guess where I am? And I said, I'm on the bus. And I had to put the phone there because people were looking at me with open anger. So what happened was, it was my little boy, who's 8, his school were going on a school trip, and I thought, I'll do the dumb thing, and I put my name down to go along as one of the helpers. All right. So I'm going along with a bunch of 8-year-olds. We're going to the London Aquarium for the day. Have you ever been there?
I've never been there. It's
a good place to go. I recommend you get a lovely day out. So I thought I'd go along, and they said, we're going on public transport. And first of all, and this it hurt me a little, the teacher took one side and said, it'll be lovely. Do you mind if I ask you, would you mind dressing down a little bit? Not one of those bright shirts you wear in the morning. We don't want to attract the wrong sort of attention. So I dressed in basic black.
Yeah.
I put a few badges on.
Oh, of course you would.
Big boy George badge.
Yeah, that helped.
One of the children turned to me, an 8-year-old, and said, you're cheating on your wife with that lady. Anyway, so I went on the tube, and I was keen to see what it was like. Now, and I'll be honest with you, I don't think it's going to catch on.
It doesn't work for people.
It's too crowded.
Yeah.
No buffet carriage. What are they thinking? I went up and down twice looking for someone to get a sandwich. And so we've got these children, and we go to the London Aquarium, which was lovely, and I came back with even greater respect for teachers than I had before. Yeah. Because I tell you one thing which I hadn't thought about, and I guess this is a hazard of the job, and I had my little party, and we're all together en masse most of the time, then we went off, is the kids fart all the time. Just about every few minutes, you'd suddenly go, oh, which one is it now? You know, and I'm just saying, anyone need to go to the toilet again? Wafting. You're sitting there, you're trying to eat your sandwich, wafting. They fart non-stop, these kids. What are we feeding them? Bad snack food, that's what it is.
Don't put them near a naked flame.
They'd go up.
They would.
Farting all the time.
Yeah.
But I was very proud of one moment, because they sat down, the nice young fellow was talking about the sharks and teaching them all about fish. He said, and this shows you the sort of school my kids go to. He said, let me first of all ask you, do you like fish? And I went, yay. He said, do any of you like to eat fish? And a few of them went, yay. He said, do you like fish fingers? And my son put his hand and said, I love sushi.
There you are.
I had to pretend he wasn't mine for a few minutes. There you go. Yes. Had a lovely day out.
And you went back on the tube?
We went back on the tube.
Oh, right.
Tube going back. That's the great thing. They go both ways.
They do, yeah. It's amazing.
It was nice. Should we get our first guest out?
I think we should.
I shouldn't imagine he's been on public transport for a while.
No.
He looks like he leads a life of pampered luxury.
I think he does.
And deservedly so.
Yes.
He's one of the best TV presenters in the country. He's a really lovely bloke.
Yes.
Mr. Dale Winton, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, guys.
Dale, you look fabulous.
So do you, John.
You in the basic black there, because sometimes you're quite flamboyant, but today you've turned
Well, you
it
see,
down.
I figured, you know, this is a dilemma we face. What do you wear? Because you always look immaculate. But you go to places I don't even dream about going. You risk it with bright-coloured shirts and ties and everything. And I thought, what shall I wear tonight for Jonathan? And I thought, if I wear my normal suit and tie, I will look like a bank manager, and you will look like showbiz entertainer. And
Now, trust me, I don't think you could look like a bank manager if you tried that.
Do you not think?
You exude showbiz.
Do I? Yeah. Thank you. I think that's a compliment.
It is a compliment, but
I
you've
love
always,
it.
you know, you always look well turned out. You've always got the tan going on. Tonight, I'm pleased to see it's toned down a little bit. Because I was going to match you, because I'm looking for an orange. And my wife said,
What have you got there?
we've got you. You are Autumn Fern. There you go. I think they should rename them.
Yeah, Winton.
I want a Dale Winton, a little bit of Andy, and some Tom Jones for the skirting board. But people do talk about you being that colour, but you're actually not that orange.
No, the thing is, one series of Supermarket Sweep, I went a bit heavy on the bass.
Yeah.
And it kind of like, it kind of stuck. And since then, I did a job last year, and it was because I'm very sensitive about the colour of my skin, you see, because I don't like to look sort of too pasty. Because I think I look like 20 years older. Vanity, if you like. And the controller of this particular programme said to my agent, now, I don't know how you're going to tell him this, but I don't want him to look orange. He has got to look not like burnt wood. So it was a very delicate discussion.
And it was resolved, no doubt. How did the agent
I said
make
the
it to you?
future isn't orange, and I'm not wearing orange anymore. And I'm actually quite pale.
Is this a natural tan, or this is makeup you're wearing now? A bit of both.
I tan ever so quickly. If 5 minutes in the garden, I'm like, I've gone. So yeah, it's natural.
You know what, though? You're so trim, you're so in shape. I sort of miss the old cuddly Dale, though. You know, when you first were on TV in Supermarket Sweep, which is a show which as soon as I saw it, I really liked it. It was deliberately camp in some ways. I liked the idea of the game. But you were rotund. You were full of figure. You were fleshier.
I was bigger. I go up and down. I'm always up and down 10 pounds. You never know. But on one series of Sweep, I was about 3 stone heavier.
See, that's when I liked you best.
Really?
You look like a lovely, big, friendly space hopper. No, it was nice. It was kind of charming.
No, it's not nice in a supermarket. It's not. No. How can you say that?
Next time you were a Supermarket Sweep. It was cute. The kids used to love it. They thought you were a funny cartoon character, my kids. The cartoons were finished. They'd come and watch The Round Man.
That was like Michelin Man. Really?
They thought you were an Oompa Loompa who'd gone on to better things. But now, lean, mean, TV machine. Do you do boxing training?
No, I know what's coming.
Well, because I thought maybe you did, because there was a picture in a magazine recently, in Heat magazine. Yeah. There it is. That scared the life out of me. Can I say, though, you are the least threatening boxer I've ever seen in my life.
I don't know.
Do you think so?
You know what it looks like you're saying? Did you spill my drink?
I have to say, when I was doing the picture, the photographer was saying what you're saying. He said, Dale, you're just not getting it.
Get angry.
You're not getting it. So he was going to me, look, I tell you what we'll do. We'll point the camera, and then you keep on running at the camera, and I'm going, Ruh! I'm going, oh, I hate you. It was like John Inman trying to do John Wayne. It was awful. And then they showed me a Polaroid, and even then I got quite clever. I thought, no, I'm not angry enough here. And I'm sort of really going for it. I'm going,
well,
value-added tax! And I'm
Value-added tax?
I was trying to think of things that annoyed me.
What does annoy you, then, apart from VAT?
There were a few showbiz names that were mentioned as I was doing it. I'm not... No, of course I'm not.
You're very discreet. I've noticed that about you.
We were discussing that pitch this afternoon, weren't we, and saying we thought it was a trail for a new movie, Raven Bull.
You see that? A little bit of body language going on there. I think we might be witnessing the start of something quite special. Because come to think of it, you're a little bit darker than you would be naturally, aren't you?
No. It's a natural tan.
You the two, you could get together and share foundation. And you sweat quite a lot as well, don't you?
My forehead goes. My forehead... It's always my forehead. It's quite... Is it going now?
It's a tiny bit.
Is it going now a bit? Is
it gives you that boxer look.
Does it really?
Yeah. But he sweats profusely. I mean,
well,
Tom Jones is one of the sweatiest men in showbiz.
He is.
While I was waiting to come on...
We are going to need mops out here by the end of the show.
Put some buckets to collect.
You've got something in your pocket that keeps you cooler,
I haven't got them this week, but I normally have some little children's sort of chewy rings.
I was told this. He has frozen chew rings.
Yes, but I didn't put them in this week.
Oh, really? Why is that?
No, I just wanted a bit of a change.
Oh. don't look happy, Jonathan.
No.
You two can share a cab if you want. Or
You know why?
we can just put a couch in a room.
He's not talking, that's why. He gets very angry
It's
when
not so much that, it's just you guys, without me, you're quite
But at
uninterested.
the end of the day, boys, let's get it straight here. I'm not the one wearing the pink and purple shirts.
Yes.
What are you alluding to, Dale?
I don't know. What you were...
No, well, because let's face it. Let
you
me
were
ask.
hoping I was going to have a magic moment
Dale,
with Andy, weren't
I'm
you?
going to ask you. I'm going to ask Dale the big question. Okay. I'm going to ask you the question, which and I'll be frank with you. I think I know the answer.
I bet I'm sweating now.
And I think we all want to know this, or we all want to hear it from your own lips.
Yes.
About you, Dale. Are you a lager man or a bitter man? Given the choice.
Lager.
But you are gay, aren't you?
Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear.
Well, you got your book coming out in, when is it, September?
October the 3rd.
October. And this is the book where you say it's going to be warts and all, you're telling everything, you're going to dish the dirt, you're going to tell us all about your personal life, and so on and so forth. Is this
Absolutely
really the case?
right, yeah. I'm going to.
And so what kind of, can you tease us with a few of the juicier stories, not necessarily names?
Well, I said I wasn't, someone asked me to do the book 3 or 4 years ago, and I said, I'm too young, I don't want to do it now. And then they said, well, do just a nice show business glossary. And I said, I'm not doing that. If I do the book, I want to do everything. Everything I want is like, get it all out.
Yeah.
And so I did, and all I will say is I've not reached this age without trying everything there is to try, and I've had a great time. And it's, I don't mind. I was worried about people not watching me at the time. I thought, oh, well, there's no dignity in talking about what you do.
You have wants and needs, you know, and you no doubt express them.
Oh, yeah.
Quite often.
Absolutely.
The last time being?
Sunday.
Sunday? Blimey, that's ages ago. You're on TV, you can get it more often than not. Even Andy does better than that.
I do, actually. Yeah.
Last Sunday.
Hey, congratulations on your lottery show, because you came back in with the lottery show, the Saturday night BBC show, and I know it's just done fantastic business.
It's just flown. It's flown. It's on tomorrow night. Can I say that? It's
Of course you can.
7:25.
And it's called Win It or Spin It.
No, in it.
Be in it or spin it.
In it to win it.
Spin it.
No, in it to win it, John. Listen
Are
to
you
me. In it to win it.
Right, and what does that mean?
It means you're in it to win a prize. Yes.
And you like doing quiz shows?
Love it.
You go on holiday with Cilla Black quite a lot. I noticed you were
do.
away a while ago. Who I imagine not only must have some great, great stories, but also, I would have thought, lovely company.
Oh, she's fabulous. She's great fun. Yeah, well, I mean, that's that showbiz thing, isn't it? I just get on well with showbiz people anyway. But she's particularly great. And we're both Geminis, which helps.
And what do you chat about when you're out together? What sort of things? I mean, you don't have to name names, but do you dish the dirt a lot on people?
We do like to talk about who's doing what, with whom, where and when.
And has my name come up when Cilla's been talking about young, good-looking fellas?
Only in the most complimentary way.
Dale, really, seriously, and I hope you know this, I really like you, I admire you. When you come on the show, it's always a fantastic treat.
Well, I love being here. I was worried I'm going to give you enough of what you want, Jonathan.
I got it last Sunday. He's waiting for you now.
How could I possibly follow you?
You can't.
You could.
I think on that note, Dale Winton, ladies and gentlemen. Fabulous, Dale, thank you so much. You can go now. I'll see you afterwards.
Before I go, give me a hug with him.
See you later. See you later. Wasn't it terrific? Can you just check, when we hugged, did any of the orange come off on me? I look like Two-Face in the Batman movie. You know what we still have coming up on the show for you, of course?
Hey!
Works every time.
It does.
Now, I don't normally trouble myself with small change, but even I noticed the new fiver this week. The note's great, except for one drawback. I don't know if you've seen this. It doesn't actually work. Apparently, on the new £5 note, the ink comes off when it gets wet and is rubbed hard. Did you know this?
I didn't know.
Yeah, it was discovered first by the lap dancers in Spearmint Rhino Strip Club.
Oh, dear. Oh.
Don't dwell on that.
No.
But what I don't understand is, on the other side of the fiver, have you seen this? They have put this picture of Elizabeth Fry. Me neither. No idea. I thought it was Gloria Honeyford. There must be better candidates. What's wrong with Lorraine Kelly? H from Steps. Or maybe a man. Maybe a man with his own chat show. A man with... Well, I can't be asked. Me! Although I wouldn't want to be on the 5er. I want to be on the 50. They're red, by the way, Andy.
Oh, well, thank you.
Come on, it's the only thing I'm not on. I'll be perfect. I won't come off after a couple of rubs. Dale's cheered up out there. You can't forget this face.
No, you can't.
Oh, you can't. And also, it'd be exciting when you get a new one. You wouldn't know how many chins I'd have in any given week. Something like that, something like that. You can remove this, make a whole new presenter. And what's more, I can already do the hologram they got on there for you.
Can you?
Yeah, here you go, look at this. If you've just tuned in, it's part of a routine we go up to.
Imagine that.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've given you Dale Winton. Still to come, we've got...
It's working so well.
It's faultless, this show.
is.
It's so well oiled. But now, the middle part of the sandwich, if you like, the meat between the two slices of overcooked bread. Mr. Phil Jupitus. Come on out, Phil. Big Phil. Phil, how are you?
I've been next to Tom Jones so long, I'm pregnant.
He is. Tommy's the man, isn't he?
Big old Welsh baby coming out. Are you hungry? Get him out.
Yeah, Tom's great, isn't he?
Well, he's so tanned as well. Him and Dale between them. There's me, old pasty boy.
Yeah.
In the middle there.
You look like the Pillsbury Doughboy in the middle. I'm surprised. Did they press your tummy and try and make you laugh?
Dale did.
Yeah, and if he says he's got puppies at home, don't believe him.
You know what? If I did jump the fence, he'd be the first call.
You know what? I think for me as well.
Yeah.
You know-
Dale, we've defected. Take us out.
You know what? I think he'd A, be gentle, and B, if he said he was going to call you, he would call you. Whereas Tom, he wouldn't call you. No.
Hey.
You know, I can
Would
see...
you call us afterwards, Tom?
Of course.
Can you believe Tom has just said he'd sleep with me live on TV? Take me now, Lord. It can't get any better than this. Phil, let me ask you, and I've thought about this long and hard, is why the beard, Phil?
Why the beard?
Why do you stick with the beard?
I'm Satanist.
Always a popular and funny response.
No, I went to San Francisco for a holiday with my mate Vinny, and he had one, and I thought, hey, that looks pretty cool. I'm going to grow me one of them.
It does look quite nice.
Well, it's the Van Dyke, isn't it? It's not Van Dyke. A lot of people look at the goatee, and it's not, because the goatee doesn't have this bit, does it?
The goatee is just the beard.
Just the bottom bit.
Yeah.
The kind of jazz saxophonist look. And I grew it, and I kind of just can't get rid of it now. It's like a friend, and also I can attach fuzzy felts to it. Keeps me amused at the weekends.
Do you,
Like a farm.
Never having really had a beard, do you find things in it afterwards? Are there little bits of, I'm thinking only of food, ladies and gentlemen. You see, you're lowering the tone now.
Yeah, do I find things in it?
I'm just curious.
Narnia.
But, I think it also suits the... Can we call it the fuller face, the rounder face?
It does give the illusion I've only got one chin, which is what's nice about it, because it's just that one there to focus on. And also, fat men do look like toddlers from a distance.
That's a good point.
Oh, isn't he gorgeous? And then what, Jesus! But with the little doodad there, you're all right.
But I have told you, you shouldn't wear that baby grow out. That's for indoors only.
Dale bought me a romper suit. No, it actually came in really useful once. I got to meet Keith Richards through the beard, which was great, because I was at the Q Awards.
Yeah.
And I needed a gag to go on stage, and Keith Richards was at the awards. And I went on stage, and it was loads of these rock and rollers. I had no idea who I am. And I went, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Many of you, for those that you do know me, I'm the bloke off Never Mind the Buzzcocks. Many of you don't. In fact, I just walked past Keith Richards, and he went, no, that hacker Bilks let himself go.
You've got, I think, one of the best jobs in showbiz right now. Because you've got your own daily radio show.
Yeah.
Which, if I'm right, you can play more or less anything you want on.
They do. We've got a lot of free reign on the old show, yeah.
Tell the ladies and gentlemen where it is, because they probably won't have encountered it yet.
It's called Six Music, and it's on digital DAB radios, digital audio broadcasting. There are 3 in the country. It's unlikely you'll have heard.
But it's the next big thing, potentially, isn't it?
It could be. The word potentially is bandied around by Six Music executives so much. They potentially. It's like this week, NTL, the cable channel, came online and took 6 on board. Potentially 1.5 million homes. One bloke called Dave emailed me from Enfield. 1.5 million, potentially, Dave. I would have more listeners if I was a minicab controller. 2-4, I should pick up in Beckenham. This is the Lurkers and Fulham Fallout.
And this is on Six Music, it's called.
Yeah.
And you find it on, if you have a digital radio, you can go on...
Digital radio, it's on satellite dishes and things, and some cable companies carry it, 2 cable companies carry it. And you can get it on your computer.
And what time are you on?
7 or 10 in the morning.
That's not so bad. But you have to be there, presumably,
I'm coming from
6?
Essex, yeah, get in for 6. I'm up at 4:30 every morning. First day job I've had in 12 years.
But when you stay up at 4:30, let's face it, you could get up... How long does the actual journey take?
Hour.
Let's break this down. So that's an hour. So you don't really need to be there till about 10 to 7. So you could actually leave home at 10 to 6. You could get up at 20...
No, but the rush hour started then.
No, be quiet now. You could get up...
No.
I'm helping you out. You could get up at like 20 to 6, because
Yeah.
you could lay out your clothes the night before, better still sleep with them. It's radio. Straight out, into the cab, boom, there, do it, sleep afterwards.
I sometimes sleep during the show.
So we got the Jubilee weekend is here and now,
Yeah.
right? Okay, and it's a big event. 50 years the Queen's been on the throne.
Yeah.
It's also 25 years since punk. Now, both those events, I'm sure, mean something to you. But are you a royalist? Do you like the monarchy? Will you be playing?
Not a real huge fan. Although the weird thing, I had no time for them. But I got invited to Prince Charles's house, to St James's Palace, because it was the Archers' 50th anniversary. I've not been able to identify why, but I thought, I am having some of this. It's the Archers' 50th party, and I went, and your Wogans are there. As I walked in, John Major was doing his shoe up. That is a top night out. As if you're walking past a bending John Major on the way in, former Prime Minister's bending at your feet as you walk in, you feel 10 feet tall. You walk, and I went in, I heard Prince Charles speak. And, you know, he's that nut that talks about plants, but he's actually a very engaging public speaker.
Yeah. He's meant to be a very nice guy.
He's a really top fella, and he's funny, quite. But then he started talking about the plight of the farmers. He really got his facts at his disposal. He's better than any politician I've ever heard speak. And he got cracking, and he was talking about how Eddie Grundy's son, Edward, has got a punk band, and he was saying how maybe Edward Grundy's punk band could take advantage of the Prince's trust, as many other bands have, including the Stereophonics. And I laughed my crabs off when I heard that. But I was the only one in the room. So he goes, the Stereophonics, and I'm...
Yeah. Next morning, head on a pike. Now, let me ask you about one thing which I think we've talked about briefly in the past, but I don't know enough about, frankly, to satisfy me. Your early days as a comedian.
Yeah.
When you first started, you went under the unlikely name of...
Porky the Poet.
Porky the Poet.
Oh, yeah.
OK. Now, the Porky side, I see where that comes from. The Poet side, you actually used to do poetry on stage?
Yeah.
And what? Was it kind of like political poetry?
I used to do... I occasionally still write poetry for American poetry fanzines. It's really weird, but some of them are kept in touch.
Hey, this is a side I had no idea about.
I wrote a poem about why I prefer the film Singles to... I can't remember the name of it, but it was a really long, convoluted title. But it's a very short poem, and it goes... Angelina makes me jolly, but Bridget makes me fonder.
Do you miss doing that sort of thing, though? Because I know now you're, really, I suppose you're a TV comic, you do the DJing.
I did some good, I had some great fun at the time, sort of doing it. I went on tour with the Style Council, and the House Martins and Billy Bragg, all those sort of 80s bands. Yeah. And it's, bearing in mind I've been a civil servant, I've been working at a job centre during the recession. It's not the most cheerful job in the world. And to go out on the road with bands was just great. I really met some really good people. Weller was lovely to me, and his whole family were really sweet. In fact, I did my last gig as Porky the Poet at Hammersmith Odeon, and Mick Talbot's wife came on as a pantomime boy, and Paul Weller's mum, and I think his sister came on as a pantomime cow, and I sang There's No Business Like Show Business.
Wow. See, that's something...
Hammersmith
See, if
Odeon.
they'd have done that with the Jam, they'd have had a bigger following. Phil, thanks so much for coming on the show.
Hey,
As
pleasure,
always,
mate.
it's a pleasure, never a chore. Formerly Porky the Poet, Mr. Phil Jupitus, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Good work, thank you so much. See you afterwards. The big film release this week is Basic Instinct. It's out on DVD, and to save you all shuttling around, we've had a good look for you, we've timed it. The time code you're looking for is 27 minutes, 52 seconds. And a warning, if you've got widescreen, you might want to brace yourself. I had it on the wrong setting, you know, it squashed. It's like, wow! Help! Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tom Jones. Wow. Tom
Yes.
Jones. Thank you so much for coming on.
My pleasure.
Tom Jones. I'm just going to keep saying it. It's Tom Jones.
That's me, yeah.
I'm always so delighted when I see you.
Thank you.
It's Tom Jones, ladies and gentlemen. He's here all night. Phone your friends. Tom, it's great. And you know what's so great? You are still out there. You're still doing... I think you're actually doing the best work of your career now.
Thank you.
You know, I mean, you know, we all love a little bit of the old...
Yeah.
But the Reloaded album was fantastic.
Thanks.
And you're working now with the guy from the Fugees.
Yeah, Wyclef Jean.
Wyclef Jean.
He's producing the new album.
Wow, and when will that be out?
Hopefully September, I think, because we've done 8 tracks. We've got 4 to go.
And new material or some covers?
Yeah, mostly new material. I'm writing with him. Some of the songs I'm putting in my 2 penneth, you know, once in a while.
Because you never used to write so much, did you? It was normally written for you.
No, yes, exactly. But I put in once in a while. If somebody, like with this album, Wyclef said, "How would you say this?" Or like that, and I'd say, "Well, I would say it like this."
Because presumably he comes from a fairly different background. He's, you know...
Exactly, yeah. Yeah.
Different idiom you're using there.
Yeah.
Him being the Fugees, he likes a bit of the old one time.
Yeah. 2 times.
2 time.
East Coast.
West Coast.
West Coast.
Hey, I'm writing songs with Tom Jones. It's your birthday next week, I believe.
Yeah.
Do you mind me saying your age here? Is that okay?
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's 170 next week. That is just incredible. 61, is that right, Tom?
62.
62 next week.
Yeah.
And you've still got everything going on.
Thank God.
How do you do it?
I have no idea.
And you look trim as well. I mean, you know,
Well, thanks.
we know you like a pint.
I do. I was having a glass back there just now.
I remember
nice.
once, years ago, you did the Comedy Awards. You came on the Comedy Awards and you sang the big hit you had from the Full Monty film.
Yep.
And afterwards, the next morning, you had to fly straight back to LA. And I remember seeing a picture of you and your son, Mark, who's also your manager.
Yeah.
It was at the airport the following morning, and you had like 8 pints of bitter each lined up. You said, "We're going over to LA, you can't get a pint there." There you go, that's it, look. And look, from the look at that photograph, you had a late night the night before.
Oh, yeah, look, see? The bins.
Either that or Stevie Wonder was taking a day off. You're performing at the big Jubilee Bash.
Yeah.
For the Queen.
Yep.
Do you know what you're going to be singing yet? Do you have that planned?
Yeah, we're going to do Sex Bomb, you know, and...
Was that at Her Majesty's request, or was it just...
I hope so. And you can leave your hat on.
You can leave your hat on. That's very appropriate.
Yeah.
Will you be... When you do this song like Sex Bomb in front of the Queen, do you have to be careful not to make too much eye contact?
No.
She's still an attractive woman, isn't she?
Oh, wonderful, yeah.
You've still, you know, you've kept yourself in shape.
Uh-huh.
But when you're at home, around the house, do you, like me, favour the elasticated waist?
No. The bathrobe, you know, I'm always... I get the bathrobe on, you know.
I bet you fill a bathrobe magnificently.
Well, I do like a bathrobe on, you know, in the old...
If you're wearing the bathrobe at home
Yeah.
and the doorbell goes,
Yeah.
do you answer the doorbell in the bathrobe?
Yeah.
Checking it's securely knotted first?
No.
Or do you do what I do, peep coyly around the corner
Right.
until you've seen whether it's a foxy post lady
Exactly.
or a grumpy postman?
And you stand up a little straighter and you suck in a little bit, you know. I mean, if it's a woman I'm talking about, sorry.
But you must, I'm sure you've had a gay following over the years.
Pardon?
Well, do you have a look at this picture? Here's a picture of you. Have a look at this. Now, look. Now, you're telling me...
What about the shoes? Have a look at those shoes.
You know what it looks like? It looks like you're a very gay soldier who's been dropped behind enemy lines and you can't find out... I don't know where I am. You better pick me up. The yellow suit's attracting attention. I'm sorry, that's meant to be a Welsh accent. I apologise.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
You know what? You've sung with a lot of great people, and we mentioned the Reload album, and of course there were some fantastic performers you worked with on there. But there's one person who I would dearly love to have heard you sing with, Elvis Presley.
Right.
And you know, you met Elvis many times. I know he was a big champion of yours in the States when you were first making
Yeah,
it.
oh, yeah.
There we got a picture of the two of you together there. He looks like he's been, you know, to Dale's makeup person, but you look... Did you ever sing together? Did you sing together?
Yeah, many times, but it was never recorded because they were always... Parker was always very wary of that, you know. He said, no, we don't want any tape machines going on, or we don't want any of this going on. You know, we tried one time. The fellow used to work for me, Chris Ellis, his name was, and he sort of put a little cassette going. But Joe Esposito, the fellow that worked for Elvis, he saw it right away and pulled it out.
Man, that would have been... And did you hang out with Elvis? You went to his house? You used to sort of...
Yeah.
Did you shoot TVs together? You do any of that stuff?
No, I never got into that. But he, like, we used to be in Vegas a lot at the same time, so we would hang out there. And I was in Hawaii at the same time he was there, so we would hang out there.
And when you were performing in Vegas, did you ever go and join him on stage to sing, or did he come and join you?
He used to come and join me sometimes, but the problem with it was that he would walk on stage, like I'd be in the middle of a song, and Elvis would walk on. So, and the audience would scream. So I'd be looking at my pants, you know, thinking, you know, what the hell happened there?
Has something split? Is something out?
Yeah, so we'd walk over and then he'd sort of, you know, he'd mumble, you know, because Elvis used to mumble a lot. And he said, I just want to say you're the greatest singer in the world. I said, Elvis, could you say that slower? You know what I mean? And tell the audience that. I want to say you're the greatest singer in the world. I said, could you please, you know, I wanted everybody to know.
Elvis, enunciate.
I was getting it, but you know, nobody else was. But that was it, and I wanted to sing with him, you know, on stage, but as I say, Parker was against it. So he would go through this karate thing. You know, he said, I'm not allowed to sing, you know, because he was at the Hilton and I was at Caesar's Palace. And so we would go through a big karate thing, which was entertaining.
So you would do it together?
No, I'd get out of the way when he was doing that.
But he wasn't very good at karate, was he?
No.
You know, one thing I want to ask you about is your performance now on stage, because I've seen you perform several times over the years, sometimes real up close, a couple of times on stage. It's always a fantastic, dynamic performance. It's terrific. I don't know where you get the energy from. I wonder whether you can still do this, though.
If you practice my method as hard as you can, you gotta get the reputation of a dirty old man. And you be glad every night, and you treated her right. Ow!
Well, it was...
You know, I've studied that clip, and I'm not sure whether you're dancing or whether some strobe lighting set off a fit. Apparently afterwards, a bloke ran forward and put a ruler in your mouth because you bit your tongue off.
Well, it was a dance that I saw in, you know, in America.
Wow.
But I took it another step.
What was that dance?
Yeah, I don't know, the boogaloo or the...
The Watusi?
It was a mixture of, like, you
Tom,
know, things.
just a little bit.
What?
Just a little bit.
I can't do that.
Come on! I'll do... Come on! 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at that. Wow! Everything's still in perfect working order, ladies and gentlemen. One final question, Tom. The album's out here in the autumn, I guess. Yep. I'm going to ask you now, will you come back on the show and perform something for us?
Oh, definitely, yeah. Once we get it out, I'll be here.
It's always such a huge pleasure and a privilege to meet you and spend time with you. You know, I've genuinely been a fan of yours for years, back when it was popular again. You know, in that period when you were completely unhip, I was there for you.
Thank you very much. Well, you know, when I did Kiss was on your show, The Last Resort.
Well, you know...
That's the first time I did it.
That was, when, about 1987?
Yeah.
This shows us both. This is, what, 15 years ago?
Yeah.
Have a look at this.
It's not unusual to be loved by anyone. It's not unusual to have fun with anyone. With anyone. It's not unusual. It happens every day. No matter what you say.
Oh, dear. I'm surprised you're still talking to me. Ladies and gentlemen, Tom Jones. Tom, as always, thank you. Tom, you're going to sit around and listen to some music with us now?
Yeah, all right.
We've got a great band coming on. First of all, let me thank this evening's guests. We had on Dale Winton, he was terrific. Phil Jupitus, thank you very much, Phil. And of course, Tom Jones. But now, a real treat for you to end the show from their new album, by the way. Will you please welcome, I think, one of the best bands in the world today, the Red Hot Chili Peppers with Cabron.